So this video is going to be way out of sequence, but right on time because I'm actually recording this video because I just found out where I'm going to be moving to, and it's going to be a surprise because it's a birthday gift, me coming to where I'm about to head next. But I want to take a moment to talk about it because in the moment, like when I tell the story, it's going to make perfect sense because it's going to bring everything together. So recently I had moved to Lauderdale by the Sea about 14 months ago, or 15 months when I post this video. And I had moved in with a new friend who, over the course, I would learn was a covert narcissist. And it was kind of crazy because I didn't realize I was testing myself, being that I came out of a relationship that I had with my mom. My mom was narcissistic, and so I went, completely no contact with her. And so lo and behold, right, the first test would be me running into somebody who's, my lesson. And so anyways, he had asked me to leave, and it was like there was a lot of devaluing going on. And during this time, like I have to admit, like I was expanding, my self-awareness was growing. And so every tactic that he tried to manipulate me like did not work. One, because I'd already experienced it in childhood, but two, because my awareness was expanding, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to tolerate this, and putting up boundaries where boundaries need to be put. And so that, of course, resorted in him asking me to leave because now I don't fit in what it was that you were trying to put me into. And so initially there was like oh my God, what did I do? And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's a part of the abuse. Like, you've survived the abuse. And so once I was able to be like, okay, where am I going to go? Because I was very limited, felt like, in where I could go. And I was like in my mind thinking, you know what, universe is going to tell me where to go. Universe is going to call me. Like, I'm not going to have to do anything but just continue to wait. So every day I woke up not having an answer. My roommate constantly, hey, have you figured out when you leaving? Because, I told you to leave. Him, getting mad at me because I'm not gone. And I'm thinking, I got to move when it's convenient for me, not for you. Okay, I understand your feelings and emotions, but I don't run my life that way. So I was on the phone call with a friend of mine when his husband messaged me and said, I want you to come here for his birthday because I think that would mean a lot to him, and I want to surprise him. And I was like, now this man don't know what's going on in my life, okay? Even though he's the husband of my friend. So I was like, yeah, let's talk about it. So, I ended up calling him later once, they were separated and stuff, and explained my situation to him. And he said to me, listen, you're family. You can stay with us as long as you need to, okay? We're not hurting for anything. Get yourself together. You're coming to an environment where you're going to be loved, and you're going to thrive in that, And I've been speechless ever since. I've been speechless. I've endured so much, emotional and verbal abuse where I've been staying. And it severity is a thing, right? I can say small dog, big dog, dog is all a dog, right? So the severity of it was tolerable, but still, to endure that and then to be told that the next place that I'm going to is going to be full of love. So much more than the place where I'm leaving. I'm glad I held out. I'm glad I never stopped believing that what was for me was going to find me. I'm glad that I continued to write in my journal and tell myself that I was worthy of waiting for what was going to fit me. So the crazy part is they live in Hawaii. So I'm leaving South Florida to go stay in Hawaii and be loved. All because I decided to be myself unapologetically. And I was able to continue to thrive better than I was doing before. Because before I was trying to be a person that I wasn't, trying to make everybody else happy and forcing my creativity, which is my divinity, into labels that were created to take me away from who I was, who I am, not who I was. So I'm still speechless, and I have to remain, private about it because it's 18 days away when I actually get on the plane. And I know I'm going to be busy adjusting, so this video is going to run, probably during that time so that everybody gets caught up on why I'm in Hawaii and I'm not in South Florida anymore. But it's all for the good. Change is always good. And I also realized that I needed to go through this. I needed to endure this test, improve that I had learned what I needed to do or what I needed to know to apply to the situation, to level up to something that was going to bring me on a better platform, because I have expanded, within this space. Like, don't get me wrong, like my heart, don't think that I have any resentment towards my roommate. No, I love him. I love him. Like, I thank you for continuing to inspire me to be great in whatever form that comes in. And if that means that we don't need to be together, then that means we don't need to be together. And that's okay. Life is not about me attaching myself to something that is telling me to let go. So I let go. And for a moment, I compared it to skydiving, something I haven't done but I look forward to doing. Because at some point you realize you're not really falling anymore. You're just moving. More like flying. So when I leaned into it and was like, yeah, I don't know, but I know what will work, and when that presents itself, because it will present itself, because I'm believing in me, everything came together. And there's so many moments in my life where this happens, and I try to tell people about it and they're like, what? So this would be a great way for me to talk about a manifestation while I'm in the moment. And then when it happens, there be the proof. So, can't stop believing. Can't stop loving. Can't stop believing. Can't stop loving, because at this point, I was put here to benefit from my existence, to benefit from my love, to benefit from my karma. So, why not play the game?